Think back to when you were a kid, dreaming of the day you'd finally call the shots. No one telling you to finish your homework, no early bedtimes, no rules standing between you and the life you imagined. For most of us, the idea of growing up meant freedom. Freedom to stay out late, eat dessert for dinner, and spend money however we pleased. It was a utopia we built in our heads, fueled by the frustrations of being young and bossed around. But what we didn't realize was that the very adults we envied were navigating a storm we couldn't see from where we stood. Childhood expectations are simple. Adults have it all figured out. They look independent, in control, and even happy. Sure, they have responsibilities, but from the outside, those seemed like small trade-offs for the autonomy they enjoyed. What we missed, though, was that this picture-perfect version of adulthood is a mirage, one that begins to fade the moment you step into the real world. That first paycheck can be a rude awakening. You see the hours you've poured into your job boiled down to a sum that, after rent and bills, barely leaves room for the luxuries you imagined as a child. Suddenly, independence doesn't feel as carefree as you thought it would. Every decision carries weight. Work, relationships, finances, all of it adds layers of complexity to life that we never anticipated as kids. We assumed adulthood meant happiness would be a given, as though growing older would unlock some hidden code to perpetual joy. But the truth is, adulthood is about balance, a constant dance between the highs and the lows, the wins and the losses. It's about navigating a world where moments of happiness are interspersed with challenges that demand resilience and adaptability. As children, our understanding of adulthood was limited to what we could observe. We saw freedom, but not the price it came with. We envied independence, but didn't grasp the burdens tied to it. And so, when we grow up, the weight of responsibilities can hit us like a tidal wave. The world becomes more nuanced. Failures that seemed trivial in childhood, like a bad grade, now carry real consequences. A missed deadline at work could ripple into losing your job, your income, and even your home. This shift can feel overwhelming, but it's also where we learn an essential truth. Happiness and sadness aren't opposites. They exist on a spectrum, often intertwined in ways that defy our childhood logic. You can feel joy in one area of life while grappling with sorrow in another. It's a balancing act, and learning to embrace this complexity is key to finding peace. Science tells us that emotions aren't fixed states, but fluid experiences shaped by our brain chemistry. Neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins play a role in happiness, while stress hormones like cortisol contribute to feelings of sadness. These chemical processes create a dynamic range of emotions that can shift from moment to moment. It's like a jar of jelly beans, constantly gaining and losing pieces, each addition or subtraction representing an emotional change. The pursuit of constant happiness, then, is not only unrealistic, it's counterproductive. Chasing an impossible ideal blinds us to the beauty of life's full spectrum. Happiness is not about banishing sadness. It's about learning to coexist with it. The moments of joy we experience are often heightened by the challenges we overcome. Without the contrast, the sweetness of happiness wouldn't taste as rich. Adulthood isn't the utopia we imagined as kids, but it's not a nightmare either. It's a journey of discovery, where we learn to adapt to the ebbs and flows of life. The independence we craved as children does bring freedom, but it also demands responsibility. The happiness we sought isn't guaranteed, but it's still attainable, if we're willing to accept that it comes in waves, often accompanied by sadness. So here's the real secret. Adulthood is what you make of it. It's not about avoiding the hard parts or pretending they don't exist. It's about facing them head-on, finding meaning in the struggle, and celebrating the victories, big or small. Embrace the ride, with all its twists and turns, because that's where life truly happens. Hold tight, because this journey isn't for the faint of heart. It's messy, unpredictable, and sometimes overwhelming, but it's yours. And in the chaos of it all, there's beauty to be found.